Afternoon guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Paul again, and the lesson that we'll be talking about is eating habits. So ano nga bang eating habits? So eating habits refers to why and how people eat, which food they eat, and with whom they eat it with, as well as the ways people obtain, store, use, and discard the food. In such a case, meron tayong maraming factors that influences people's eating habits, katulad ng individual preferences. So, ano nga bang individual preferences? So, ito yung factors that will trigger your likes and dislikes concerning food, kung ano yung gusto mong kainin, kung ano yung ayaw mong kainin. In turn, this one will develop over time and are influenced by different factors like personal experiences such as encouragement to eat, exposure to a type of food, and family customs. So punta tayo dun sa encouragement to eat. So halimbawa, lalabas kayo ng kaibigan nyo na nakatikim na ng exotic food katulad ng bayawak or let's say sawa. Pag sinabi sa'yo ng kaibigan mo, oh, try mo ito, masarap to, try mo lang. And this will in turn, it will in turn trigger your individual preference. Second is cultural preferences. So all over the world, meron tayong maraming cultural groups dyan, which provides guidelines regarding acceptable food combinations, eating patterns, and also eating behaviors. So kung kasama ka dito sa cultural group na to, you will have compliances. You need to comply with the guidelines that have been created by your group. Such in a case, you will find a sense of identity and belonging to this type of group. For example, kasama ako sa mga grupo ng vegetarian. I need to comply with their food guidelines. Social influences. Again, there's a lot of social groups in all over the world. Kapag kasama ka dito and you are a member of a social group, it depends on each other and also share common culture and influence each other's behavior and values. So, kumbaga, a person's membership, particularly pag pinag-usapan natin yung peer, yung work, or yung community groups, this will highly impact food behavior of a certain individual. Okay? So, paliwanag ko ng mabuti, paliwanag ko ng maiksi. So, kapag sa isang subdivision, kasama ka sa isang social group nito, and kung ano yung kinakain nila, kung ano yung kinakain nila, and then kung ano din yung kinakain mo, you would basically share with your friends or on that social group. Next is religious influences. So there's a lot of religions all around the world. We do have Christians, we do have Buddhism, we do have Muslims, we do have Iglesia ni Cristo, we do have a lot of religions. And here they do have food guidelines, which also ranges from, let's say, few to many, and some from relaxed to high restrictive. For example, you are part of you are a Muslim, and then in this religion they're not allowed to eat pork. So that's one of the restrictions. For example, you're part of a religious group that only eats vegetables, or sakang vegetarian. That is again one of the ranges. Can be few to many. And this will highly affect the followers' food choices and also the behavior. Next is yung economical influences. Dito papasok yung pera, values, and consumer skills, which will highly affect what a person purchases. So, kung baga yung pera, magkano yung pagkain, yung value, nutritional values, basically yun yung nakikita nyo sa likod ng isang food pack. Pagtingin nyo sa likod, may makikita kayong nutritional factors dun, mga kung ano yung nakalagay, kung ano yung ingredients. That is what you call nutritional value. However, the cost, do take note, the cost or the price is not an indicator of its nutritional value. So, kumbaga, yung cost is a combination of food availability, status, and demand. Ibig kong sabihin dito, guys, is kung magkano yung pagkain, it will rely on dun sa kung ano yung pagkain na available sa store, kung ano ba yung status. Ibig sabihin ng status, is this nearly to expire? Is this nearly to expire, or matagal pa yung expiration nito? And then yung demand. Kung sikat ba tong pagkain na to, kung nabibili ba to, or kung patok ba tong pagkain na to. Next is environmental influences. So environmental influences of food derives from basically composite of ecological and also social factors. Ibig sabihin magkasama. So it derives from both ecological and social factors. So for example, foods that have commonly and easily that are commonly and easily grown within a specific region. Kung ano yung nakikita nyo tumutubo na pagkain dun sa specific region or country na yun yung magiging local cuisine. Bananas, let's say bananas, pineapples, kung ano yung nakikita nyo tumutubo dun sa lugar nyo, yun yung magiging local cuisine nyo. Political influences. So, yung political influences, factors that influences food availability and trends. So, we do also have food laws and trade agreements dito. Itong dalawang to, naaapektuhan yung what is available within and across the countries, and also affects the food prices. So, kumbaga sa isang bansa, meron kang food laws and meron kang trade agreements between two countries. So, itong trade agreement na to, pagdating ng pagkain sa bansa nyo, mahal. Ibig sabihin, meron tax. This is the role of the tax now. Dadagdag yung country ng buwis dun sa certain food na yun, or tax. That's the reason you will find food price high. We also have what you call food labeling. So food labeling laws, ito yung determine what consumers know about the food they want to purchase. Habits are the results of both external factors and internal factors. Ano nga ba yung external factors? External factors such as politics. Diyan papasok yung government, diyan papasok yung tinatawag natin mga politicians. Internal factors such as values. So values, let's say kung ano yung hilig mong kainin, or kung anong religion ka, kung anong social group mo, or also cultural groups. Alright, so improving your eating habits. Ano nga ba natin may improve the way we eat? So when it comes to eating, malakas na kumain. So we do have a high amounts of eating habits. So some are good and some are not that good. Although many of our eating habits have already been established during our childhood. Ibig sabihin, nung pagkabata pa natin, malakas na tayong kumain eh. Nandun na yung yung the way we eat, on kung paano tayo kumain ng pagkain, kung ano yung hilig natin kainin. Ganun na tayo yung simula mo ng pagkabata natin. But it doesn't mean that it's too late to change them. So kung gagawa ka ng sudden or radical changes on your eating habits, it will not lead to a great weight loss. Believe me, I've already tried that. I have done that during my competition days. It does not look good. So it cannot be successful kapag drastically change mo yung eating habits mo. So for example, if you used to eat rice every day, then suddenly tatanggalin mo yung kanin. It's not going to be good. Number one, if you take out the rice immediately without going step-by-step procedures, then what's going to happen to you during your workout days is you might experience what you call hypoglycemia. Kasi yung kanin is carbohydrates, and in the carbohydrates there are sugars that helps us with energy, provides us with energy to lift, us with energy to do physical fitness or physical activities. Now without that carbohydrate, it will hamper us, or it will hinder us from performing activities properly. That is the reason why if you are going to permanently improve your eating habits, you need to require a thoughtful approach in which you need to reflect, you need to replace, and you need to reinforce. So ano nga ba yung reflect? So kailangan mong tingnan yung specific eating habits mo, both the bad and the good. So kung ano yung masama, kung ano yung mabuti. Then also you need to look at your common triggers that makes you eat unhealthy foods like chichirya, fast food, donuts like Krispy Kreme and Jayco, yes, and also ice creams. All these sweets, fast foods are not good. And once you have done that, once you have once you know that, then you proceed to the next one, which is replace. Now, ano nga ba yung ipapalit natin dito sa mga unhealthy foods na to? There's a lot. You have vegetables, you have chicken, you have fish, you have good carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, oatmeal, and then also lessen on the sugars, lessen on the sodium. Next is once you have replaced, then you reinforce. So reinforce means that you already have your new, healthier eating habits. So alam mo na yung kung ano yung kakainin mo, alam mo na yung kung anong oras ka kakain. So in bodybuilding, you eat 4 times a day. In 4 times a day, it will start from 7 a.m. and ends up to 6 p.m. And all this, you don't have any unhealthy eating habits. Once again, my name is Coach Paul. Thank you again for listening to this lesson that I have given you. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thank you so much. Have a great day.